How you doing, everybody? It's still January the 2nd, 2010, and I was just having a quick shower there, and I thought I better, in the middle of the shower, I was going to ask this question later on during the week, but I don't know, it just came into my head. It'd be a good time to do it now, while I was cogitating about it and thinking about it. And really, it's a sort of a continuum of those couple of other questions that I asked. You know, the macro questions about man's relationship with the universe and man's relationship to the whole concept of life and all that. Trying to understand what it's all about, trying to give some sort of I don't know, just sort of asking people to think about it, that's all. This is not some sort of a debating society or some sort of a dialectical interchange or something. It's not like that. I'm just throwing these things out and asking the. And as I say, I've genuinely been stunned at some of the responses that I've had. So anyway, the third thing I want to ask is, I want to talk about, is this me? Is this thing here me? Is that me? See that there? Is that all? Is that all I am? Yeah, you know where I'm coming from. Like, what words sort of don't, because I'm talking outside the body functional here. So words are kind of that don't. It doesn't matter how articulate you'd be or how what sort of an overview you'd have or what sort of an understanding. I think you'd have to be a Buddha or something to really come to terms with it in a sort of a logical fashion. I don't think logic you can apply logic to any of this. The question really I'm asking is there something else outside of this that we can relate to directly and or have a personal relationship with? I'm not talking about the God, I'm not talking about that so much. I'm just saying do we have something like a spiritual aspect? That's all. I think that's the way that sort of came out. I didn't mean that to come out, but that's sort of an approximation of what I'm trying to get at. That's all. I don't want to go down the soul route and all that. That sounds too fuddy-duddy and too religious. And I don't want to go down that. Just, is there something else outside of this? That's all. That I can personally relate to. In other words, that you could say is a part of me or something like that. You know what I mean? And that's the question I pose. So, do I have a spiritual aspect a spiritual aspect or a higher aspect than this just crude atoms and stuff like that? That's all. And I just like to hear people's thoughts on it. And the one-liners don't really do an awful lot. This business of putting in 5 words and just dismissing the whole thing, or I prefer people just not to say anything if that's all. A couple of one-liners were brilliant. There was one particular one-liner in the last thing when I posed "Are we alone?" and it was brilliant. So I don't mind one-liners really at the end of the day, but just if to give a little bit of an insight into the subject, that's all. I don't want to go on about it, as I say. I'm just posing a simple question. Is my existence just 3 meals a day, defecating once, sleeping in the bed, wearing clothes, trundling through life, you know what I mean? Getting up, going to bed, all those sort of animal functions. Is that it? So have a wee thinking. Hope it doesn't tax anybody's brain too much, but let's hear what you think, okay? We'll talk later. Bye.